So Practical Anarchy, Guide to Self-Determination, and this is the 12th part in the mini-series, and it's something that comes up literally all the time in a lot of people's lives, definitely in my life, and something which I think a lot of us combat with, think about, get overly emotional about, and it's a sort of a problem of our age, which I think, with a little bit more deeper understanding about ourselves and the reality that technology has created, we might be able to deal with it a bit better. And that's me as well as everyone else. So I kicked off the other night, for example, and there was absolutely no reason to, really, or he didn't get me anywhere, just made me angry. So here we go. Why online comments rarely show someone's real inner world. Part 1. Text strips out most of the human signal. When we speak face to face, meaning comes from a number of things: tone of voice, facial expression, body language, timing, shared context. Text removes almost all of that. Research in communication psychology shows that people consistently overestimate how clearly their tone comes across in text, especially sarcasm, humour, and emotion. This is sometimes called the illusion of transparency. We think others can hear our intention. They usually can't. So a short reply like "fine" could mean generally fine, tired, hurt, sarcasm, trying to end the conversation. The reader fills in the gaps, often with their own fear. In Practical Anarchy, I argue that much of conflict is projection. We react not to reality, but to our interpretation of it. Text accelerates that problem. 2. Social media rewards performance, not honesty. Platforms are not neutral spaces. They are behaviour-shaping systems. As Jaron Lanier explains in his book, 10 Arguments for Deleting Your Social Media Accounts Right Now, social media is designed to modify behaviour through intermittent rewards like likes, shares, outrage spikes. This pushes us towards certainty over nuance, anger over complexity, identity signalling over vulnerability. The algorithm does not reward someone saying, "I'm confused and still thinking." It rewards, "That's disgusting." That does not mean the person is disgusting or even certain. It means the system amplifies extremes. So what you see online is often a performance shaped by architecture, not a full inner reality. Now, part 3. We curate our identities. Online, we present fragments of ourselves. In Practical Anarchy, I describe how modern systems turn us into brands, even unintentionally. We select which parts of ourselves are visible. No one posts their full doubt, their contradictory thoughts, the 20 minutes before they pressed send. Instead, you see a snapshot. Human beings are messy, layered, ambivalent. Text is flat. That mismatch creates misunderstanding. 4. Trauma and survival responses leak into tone. In Drugs and Addiction, I will explore later on, explore how fear shapes behaviour long before conscious thought. Many online reactions are not ideological, they are nervous system reactions. A short, sharp reply may come from exhaustion, stress, shame, unresolved fear, past experiences being triggered. But the reader interprets it as hostility, arrogance, malice. The two nervous systems reacting to each other through a low bandwidth medium. That is not clarity, that is crossfire. Part 5. Text removes repair mechanisms. In person, if something lands wrong, you see the flinch. You soften your tone. You clarify. Online, there is delay. silence, screens. By the time clarification comes, both sides may already have built a story. Psychologist John Suler called this the online disinhibition effect. People say things online they would not say face to face. Not because they're evil, because distance lowers empathy signals. Section 6. We read through tone with our own mood. If you're anxious, neutral text feels critical. If you are angry, neutral text feels provocative. This is well documented in mood congruent perception research. We interpret ambiguity through our current emotional state. So the meaning is co-created. It is not just what they wrote. It is also how you were feeling when you read it. Part 7. Power structures amplify division. In Practical Anarchy, I argue that systems benefit from fragmentation. Polarization increases engagement. Engagement increases profit. That means misinterpretation is not a bug, it's a feature. Lanier argues that behaviour modification systems subtly push users towards outrage because outrage spreads faster than calm discussion. Result is a distorted public square, whether that's designed or not. So when you see someone's comment online, you're not seeing them in isolation. You are seeing them inside a system designed to amplify friction. Section 8. What this means in practice. Assume missing context. Assume ambiguity. Assume stress. Ask before reacting. Sometimes a private message saying, "Did you mean X?" resolves what could have become a week-long argument or worse, literally lifelong hatred. Most people are more complex than their comment or even their commenting patterns. Most comments are smaller than the person who wrote them. And the key point. Social media comments and texts are low context, performance shaped, algorithmically amplified, emotionally filtered, projection prone. They are not reliable windows into someone's inner world. They are fragments. Fragments are easy to misread. In my opinion, don't make your final judgment on someone until you have sat round a fire with them, shared a meal or two, and spent some time listening as well as speaking.